Good evening everyone, especially to you Ma'am Miss Helena Solon. Tonight, I am going to present my policy entitled Implementation of Youth Involvement in Civic Consciousness Development. So this policy is all about empowerment for the youth. So para ma-enhance ang ilang civic consciousness. And syempre sa to napansin karon daghan ang mga youth nga nagloiter-loiter lang, nagatambay-tambay lang. So it is obvious na wala sila or dili sila aware sa mga nahitabo sa society or sa ilang community. So kini na policy will help involve the youth to participate to such activities or mga kalihukan. So bali na sila engagement para ma-aware sila sa mga societal issues na nahitabo sa ilang palibot and para sa ma-enhance ang ilang critical thinking. So kung na mga issues na need na i-address, especially mga complex issues, ay able sila or kabalo sila on how to address such issues na makathink sila og mga strategies and tactics. So since the youth or their children are the ray of hope, motivated sila to work towards positive change. So naadjud sila pakialam ba sa mga nahitabo ugod, so magkaroon sila ng sense of responsibility, which is very important for the youth. And now, let us proceed to the information about this policy. Republic Act number 1963 recognizing the youth's vital role in nation building. The state shall promote civic consciousness among the youth and shall develop their physical, moral, spiritual, intellectual, and social well-being. Youth civic engagement is important for a variety of reasons. Youth are first and foremost the future of any society, and their active participation in civic affairs assures the survival of a strong democracy. Furthermore, young people frequently provide novel viewpoints, groundbreaking concepts, and a strong sense of social justice, all of which have the potential to influence beneficial changes and policy and governance improvements. Additionally, promoting civic awareness in children at an early age gives them a feeling of accountability, community, and empowerment, assisting them in becoming knowledgeable and involved citizens who take part in elections, donate their time to worthy organizations, and speak up for the problems that are important to them. Ultimately, the involvement of the youth in civic consciousness is not only important for the present but also paves the way for a more inclusive, informed, and vibrant future society. And now, the issue. Implementing youth civic consciousness development calls for a diversified strategy that respects historical problems while addressing contemporary difficulties. Civil rights, environmental preservation, and educational access are some of the historical themes that have impacted society and are still now relevant. So these problems have a history of activism, frequently with wide support from many adults and young people. Emerging problems such as online disinformation, digital privacy, and the effect of technology on jobs, however, create additional complexity. Access to knowledge and personal experiences as well as age, political views, and geographic differences can all have an impact on how people agree and disagree. The nature of problems is undoubtedly altering in this dynamic context, reflecting the shifting interests and concerns of society. Fostering youth involvement in civic consciousness should be adaptive, encouraging critical thinking, respectful dialogue, and the capacity to address both enduring and emerging challenges. So now, let us proceed to the impacts. Legislation designed to encourage young civic engagement may have a significant effect on a variety of stakeholders, both intentionally and unintentionally. Since the law aims to give young people chances for active civic involvement and education, it would inadvertently have a direct impact on them. In addition, as they are crucial in promoting youth involvement, educational institutions, community groups, and governmental entities would also be addressed. So unintentionally increasing civic participation and understanding among youth may help the whole populace, including the adults, by fostering a more knowledgeable and active citizenry. And now, let us proceed to the implications. The effects of laws designed to increase young participation in civic consciousness development are extensive. It denotes expanded chances for civic education and involvement, encouraging a feeling of duty and participation in democracy for the target population, which is mostly comprised of young people. However, it also has repercussions for those who are not specifically targeted, since a more informed and involved adolescents population can result in more informed voting and judgment about public policy that have an impact on everyone. This legislation may conflict with already existing federal, state, and municipal regulations, needing modifications to be in line with fresh youth-oriented programs. In order to successfully develop and sustain these initiatives, community nonprofit and faith-based organizations could play a significant role. Governmental organizations would have to set aside funds and create plans for successfully involving children. Overall, this law may promote democratic institution and civic engagement, which would be advantageous to society as a whole. And now let's proceed to the imperatives. The need for laws encouraging young people to participate in civic consciousness development is urgent and evident. An informed and involved youth population is crucial to the survival of democracy and the welfare of society, which is why quick action is necessary. Acting quickly is essential because young people are the future of our country, and putting off their civic empowerment limits their capacity to sculpt a better future. As a society, it is our duty to make sure that the coming generation has the knowledge and abilities required to deal with difficult civic challenges. If nothing is done, we run the risk of having a population of disengaged young who are now open to disinformation and indifference, endangering the very basis of democracy. Now is the time to invest in their civic education and participation to secure a more informed, active, and resilient democracy for the future. And now let us determine what or where model this policy belongs. So, the implementation of youth involvement in civic consciousness development can be viewed as a combination of the utility model and the state agency model. In the utility model, it recognizes the inherent value of engaging young people in civic activities for the betterment of a society as a whole, emphasizing the utility of their participation. On the other hand, the state agency model acknowledges the responsibility of government institutions in fostering civic education and participation among the youth, as it's a key element of functioning democracy. So both models are intertwined in this context as they are emphasize the importance of youth involvement in civic consciousness development, with the utility model highlighting the benefits it brings to society and the state agency model emphasizing the government's role in facilitating this involvement. Thank you.